Today I've decided to do the my first time tag. You know, the first few times I saw this like floating around on YouTube, I thought it was some kinky, dirty sexual innuendo, but when I clicked one of them, then I figured that it wasn't. So I thought it would be a fun video to do, so let's get on with it. My first date was, okay, you're gonna laugh, it was when I was 13, and it was so awkward. Yeah, it was, I liked this guy and he happened to know one of my cousins, so we already had each other's numbers or something. It was so long ago, I can't remember, but yeah, so we kind of texted and we have never met each other before, so we decided to meet each other. And the reason that we gave to go out was because we wanted to look for my cousin's birthday present, which never happened. And we ended up walking around and we ended up watching a movie. It was so awkward, oh my gosh, now that I'm thinking about it, it's so awkward. I'm embarrassed. Can you tell that I'm like turning red? But yeah, that was my first date. We went to watch The Perfect Catch or something, and yeah, it was just really awkward. I was 13, I was still in my tomboy phase. It was just, I can't. Okay, next. Like, I was a sales assistant at this high-end furniture store, but I only worked on weekends because on weekdays I had school, and that was my dad was working for that company as well, so I thought it was great if I didn't come on weekdays, because then it would be like awkward. Not really awkward, but you know, there's conflict of interest because my dad's working there. But yeah, that was very interesting. Like, from the job I kind of realized how much people would spend on furniture if they had the means to do so. My first tweet, okay, I am a Twitter addict, I think. No, I know that I'm a Twitter addict. I tweet about everything unless I feel that it's, yeah, almost everything. So I had to download my archives from Twitter to find out my first tweet. And I think I opened Twitter. Okay, I have my laptop here with me, so I'm just gonna check it for you guys. I opened my Twitter account in 2009 and my first tweet was Jeng Jeng Jeng. I think it was, you know, like to welcome myself into the Twitterverse, so I just went like Jeng Jeng Jeng. It's such a weird thing to tweet about. The first person to text me today was, of course, Khairun. He's always the first person to text me, and he'll be the first person I'll text every day. But it's just good morning, but it still makes my day. So yeah. The first foreign country I've ever went to, I'm gonna wing it, and I'm gonna say that it was Bangkok, Thailand, because I have gone there almost every year since I was like about 2, and yeah, I think it's Bangkok, but you know what, I'm just gonna check.
Hello?
Hello, Mie.
I want to call you, then you call me.
Anyway, Mommy, can I ask you something?
Okay.
Where was the first foreign country I've been to? Like the first overseas trip we went to, like my first overseas trip, where did we go?
Thailand and Brazil.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's all. My first Facebook picture. I have yet to find it, but okay, you know, I'm just gonna find it, but I'm just gonna put it like here. My first Facebook picture. I have a gut feeling it's gonna be something really ugly. Okay, so I just found it and it was dated 24th August 2008. I guess that was the day I kind of uploaded my photos on Facebook because, you know, that was something new to me, so I just didn't know how to do the albums and stuff. But it was a picture of my friends and I back in secondary school after some, I think it was like ACES day or something, the exercise day, and we were all in like our PE t-shirt, our sports shirt and shorts, and yeah, it was quite funny, but you will see here. And yeah, so my first concert, like my concert here as in like concert, like something I would jump up and down to or like sing along with, is actually Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, and that was in, I can't recall, that was in 2000 and I would have to say 2008 or 2009. My guess is 2008. It was my first ever like concert gig or something, and it was so awesome. I lost my shoe. I lost my shoe, but I found it. It was, and Red Jumpsuit is really hardcore, so I could not take the mosh pit. Like my friend pushed me in there and I'm so skinny and I was just, you know, about to break inside, but as in like I think I was about to break in the mosh pit, but either way it was a great experience. And yeah, so that was my first memorable concert. My first handphone, I don't know what is the model number, I can't recall, but I'm just gonna insert a picture of it right around, and it is this one. It's called the butterfly phone, I think, and it was passed down from my dad. And I didn't want a mobile phone because like my dad gave me my first mobile phone or my handphone and I was like 11, and I thought like, why are you giving me a mobile phone? I don't want a mobile phone. You know, I just didn't need it at that time because I'm just schooling. I'm in primary school. I was like 11. What the hell do you need a mobile phone? Wow, when you're 11, like who are you gonna call? I was still using my house phone to call my friends for homework and stuff. But he gave it to me and I was like, no Danny, I don't want it. Can you please not give it to me now? But obviously it was for emergency purposes, so I took it, but I rarely used it until like a few years later when I got the gist of texting. First fear, I would have to say fear of being alone, I guess. But as you can see now, I'm alone at home and I don't even care. But since that's a little bit boring, like fear of being alone, like how but yeah, I mean, if that's too boring, then I'll just say this. My first fear would have to be you know, The Mummy, the movie with Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz. Now I love the movie. It's one of the movies that I keep watching over and over and over again. But when I was younger, I was so scared that, you know, The Mummy, because he can use like the wind and the sand and go through like keyholes and like he went through the keyholes and then he appeared in the girl's room, right? I was so scared that something like that was gonna, I thought something was gonna like go through the keyhole of my door and just appear right beside me and like suck my life or make me his princess or queen of the dead or something. I was terrified of that movie. I had nightmares and yeah. So the more fun version of it would have to be The Mummy, and the boring one would have to be being alone, because when I was younger, like when I'm sleeping outside at the couch, which is like my favorite place ever, I would have to have my late grandma, who was still alive back then, to sit with me. Yeah, and when I showered, she had to wait for me outside the door, and my door will be like open up wide and she will see me like butt naked showering. But whatever, she's my grandma, so she's allowed to see that. But yeah, so I was just being really scared. I was really paranoid. Yeah. My first YouTube video, okay, it's deleted. My first YouTube video was actually a haul that I did after I went shopping, and I just felt like, okay, you know, I'm gonna do this YouTube thing, like woo, like, I'm just gonna film a haul, and I used it using my then Digicam, and I uploaded it actually, and then I deleted it because I was like, okay, I'm not so sure about this. So I deleted it and it's no longer available. But that's my official YouTube video. But if you want to talk about like random family stuff, then it's actually a video of my cousins and I having a slumber party, and we're dancing to Man I Feel Like a Woman. It's still up, but I'm not gonna show you guys. It's in my other channel, but you know, my first channel that I came up with when I started YouTube, just to upload random videos online. But yeah, that was my first, you know, family video on YouTube. But my like YouTube video introducing myself was a haul, and I was very embarrassed about it, so I deleted it. And so that's all for the first time tag. I hope you had fun, because I had fun telling you guys the stories of my first everything. And I tag any one of you to do it if you're interested. And please give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoy the video, and please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos from me. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!